What's up, humans? Welcome to the Cyborg Kitchen. I'm Terrio, the vegan cyborg, aka the Bean Slayer. I'm here to show you how to whip up some tasty treats and delicious meals that don't involve any animal products. You know why? Because peace begins on your plate. It's time to make some sweets. We're making cheesecake. I'm not going to waste any time. Let's just get into it.
Now I'm only making a half batch for this, but the recipe on the screen is the full recipe. Put the dates, the almonds, and the coconut into the food processor and just give them a nice little pulse. You should pulse it up until it kind of looks like this.
We're making little tiny cups, like single serving, because I can't eat a huge cheesecake, but I am having a little barbecue with a couple of friends tomorrow, so I want to have a dessert. Don't need a big one, so we're going to make individual ones. What we're going to need to do next is prepare our pan. This is what we're going to be using, just a small little cupcake pan. Here's what we do next. Parchment paper, scissors.
Now just cut yourself off a little bit of parchment paper, cut them into long strips, then cut the strips in half.
Alright, now that we've got our little strips, we're going to put them in like that. Teaspoon.
With your teaspoon, just grab a little bit of that base, stick it in there on top of the paper. If you wet your fingers a little bit, the filling won't stick to you as easily.
Okay, now that we've got these things in there, the dates and the coconut and almonds, that's just the base. We're gonna put it in the freezer and let that set, and while we do that, while they're doing that, we're gonna make the filling, or the topping, or the cheese that's not cheese. Now for this part, you're gonna need a high-speed blender. I really recommend Vitamix, or a Blendtec, or something to that effect, to get the filling to be extra smooth and creamy. Now the filling's pretty easy. There's not a lot of ingredients to it. All it is cashews. I'm using agave and maple syrup for sweetener, because too much maple syrup and it just throws it off. It's too much maple. And we're gonna use full-fat coconut milk. There's gonna be a cream on the top of this that we're gonna use as the creamy, cheesy substance, and some vanilla and some lemon.
This is about the time that I realized that I screwed up.
Full disclosure, I screwed up. I bought coconut milk, not coconut cream, and I don't think it's gonna work the same, but I'm gonna do it anyways because I'm a rebel. So while I'm defrosting the coconut milk, because I froze it, we're gonna carry on 1 cup cashews, soaked, preferably, 1/4 of a cup maple syrup, 1/4 of a cup agave, the juice of a lemon, and while this isn't practical, I'm gonna do it anyways, and I mean, what's the worst that can happen? It's just food. 1 cup of coconut milk. We also need some vanilla, just a shot. And that should do. Alright, let's blend it up. Now because we have some frozen coconut milk in here, I'm gonna pulse it a little bit and hope for the best.
Whoops, I forgot a pinch of salt. You're gonna want some salt in there.
Alright, let's see what happened. Smells good. Yummy. do think I'm going to add just a bit more maple syrup. Well, it tastes good. It's a little thin, but I think it's gonna work out because the milk froze pretty hard.
Apparently I didn't press the record button while I was putting the filling on, so this is where you're going to have to use your imagination.
Well, now that I've made a mess in the pan, I will put the little cheesecakies into the freezer, or we'll have to wait until tomorrow to see if they've turned out okay. Nope. That's just a lens flare. It's a really weird time of day. I've got a skylight and there's a whole lot of light coming in. We've got mini cheesecakes in the freezer. And I've got my doubts about these things, let me tell you. But let's take them out, let's take a look, let's see what happens. Now I put these tabs on here to get them out of the pan, but I'm not gonna lie, I tested this earlier. It didn't work very good. Oh, it's not terrible. I'm gonna taste it. Okay. Alright. I can get down with that. Probably not the best to make the little ones in such a tiny little thing unless you have some sort of extraction idea. If you do, let me know. But these worked out pretty good. I'm gonna serve them today at the barbecue. Peace out.